Okay, we are going to discuss MPSC 7 Unit 1 Social Movements Meaning, Significance and Components. Uh, it is structured in some 7 points like introduction, definition, social movement and political movements, extra constitutional or non-institutional part, importance of social movement and components of the social movement, and summary. In introduction, social movements are universal, found in all societies in the past and present. Their nature, scope and frequency vary. In the early period of political formation, social movements shaped the state, its functions, responsibilities, as well as accountability and also its political boundary. They also played an important role in distribution of power among various segments in society. In modern times, they have played a very important role in challenging the serfs and feudal authority, foreign rules, and authoritarian regimes. French and Russian revolutions, Indian freedom movement, various peasants movements have profound impact on our life. The fascist movement in Germany, Islamic movement in Middle East, Hindutva movement in India or Tamilian movement in Sri Lanka has not only influenced political system but also in the value of the people. Their legacies influence us all in a variety of ways. In the contemporary times, their occurrences are in all states. They often, though not always, play decisive role in all political systems, democratic and authoritarian. Social movements make and unmake political institutions, norms of the society and political behavior, and also the nature of regimes, social and political conflicts, as well as expectations of the people get reflected in the movement, in the social movement. Understanding of social movements is very important not only for all those who are dissatisfied with the present social and political order, but also to those who are contented with the system to understand fragility of the political institutions and their future. Any socially sensitive person, no matter one is activist or academic, one is sympathetic or critique of the political system, cannot ignore social movements of the time. Our understanding of nature of political institutions and their working nature of constitutions, political decisions and legislations remain incomplete without understanding social movements. We will have a better understanding of the directive principles and fundamental rights of the Indian Constitution if we carefully analyze political processes which affected Indian freedom movement in 1930s and 40s. Similarly, various land reform legislations of the 1950s have antecedents in the peasant movement in different parts of the country. In short, our understanding of political institutions and processes remain incomplete without the understanding of the social movement. The study of social movement offers a way to blend humanistic and social scientific concern. Definitions of the social movement. In common parlance, media and political circles, the term social movement is often used loosely, conveying different meanings. Sometimes it is used to show a historical trend like modernization or urbanization. The term is also used to indicate a set of activities undertaken by one or many organizations to bring change in the society, such as education movement launched by the government department of education for starting schools and enrolling students. It is also used for collective actions of a segment society. The phrase social movement is in a vague among political leaders and social activists to camouflage the political activities. The term social movement gained currency in European languages in the early 19th century. This was the period of social upheaval, search, and authority. The absolute power of the monarch were challenged. People were demanding democratic rights and demanding for freedom and equality. The political leaders and authors who used the term social movement were concerned with the emancipation of the exploited classes and the creation of a new society by changing property relationship. Definitions of the social movement. Paul Wilkinson defines social movement as a deliberative collective endeavor to promote change in any direction and by any means. So Paul Wilkinson, how he defines the social movement? That social movement is a deliberative collective endeavor to promote change in any direction or by any means. It means the social movement may be legal, may be illegal, may be non-violent, may be violent, may be evolutionary or may be revolutionary. According to Herbert Blumer, Blumer, according to Herbert Blumer, social movements can be viewed as collective enterprise to establish a new order of life. They have their inception in the conditions of unrest and derive their motive power on the one hand from the dissatisfactions with the current form of life and on the other hand from wishes the hopes for a new scheme of the system of living. So how the Herbert Blumer said that? He stated that social movement can be viewed as a collective enterprise to establish a new social order. Social order. According to Arman, we are discussing the definitions of the social movement. So Herbert Blumer, he stated that social movement can be viewed as a collective enterprises to establish a new order of life. If we expect a new order of our life, then we must think that it is possible only through social movement, only through the social movement, which how it will influence over it, that a social movement can change the attitude of the human being who are dissatisfied with the present situations and hope to make a better future. According to Doug McAdam, D-O-U-G Doug McAdam, M-C-A-D-A-M, Doug McAdam, social movements are those organized efforts on the part of excluded groups to promote or resist changes in the structure of the society that involve recourse to non-institutional forms of political participation. According to Sidney Toro, Sidney, Sidney Toro, Tarrow, He stated that collective challenges based on common purposes and social solidarity in sustained interaction with elites, opponents, and authority is the social movement. So, among these three definitions, we can say there are three basic elements of social movement. Keep it in your mind. If possible, you can write down these three elements. That if we understand the social movement, we must have to understand the basic elements of the social movement. What are the basic elements? There are three basic elements of the social movement. Number one, collective action. Number two, social sense. And number three, common purpose. What are these three most important elements? Collective action, social sense, and common purpose. So, social movements and political movements. Whether the social movements are political movements or the political movements are social movements or not. Regarding to this, more often than not, social and political movements are treated more or less the same, except those collective efforts which are mainly or so far confined to the personal salvation in relations to supernatural power and do not relate to social structure and within as well as inter-community relationship. Inter-community relationship. So all social similar generally we may think that the social movement and political movements are same, but sometimes we have also seen some differences. The the same movement, when it enters in the arena of social relationship affecting public domain, it gets character of the it gets character of the political movement. Until and unless when the movement related to any social issue not affects the political system, not affects the law making procedure, not affects the decision making process, it becomes social movement. But when social movement influence in the political decision making process, law making process, formation of the government, then it becomes political movement. So we have not seen any social movement which directly or indirectly not influence in the political system. Therefore, most of the social movements are political in nature. Most of the social movements are political in nature. Rudolph Haberle, Rudolph Haberle, Heberle, Rudolph Haberle in 1951 argues that all movements have political implications even if their members do not strive for political power. Though the members of the various social movements may not think about to contest in the elections, to become the members of the government, to influence in the executive power, but they they have a indirect influence over the political scenario. As a result, it's become political. Some scholars like Andrew Gundar Frank, Andre Andre Gundar Gundar Frank Frank and Marta Fuentes make a distinction between social and political movement. According to them, the social movement, this is the first one, does not strive for state power. It means social movement does not strive for state power. Social movement seeks more autonomy rather than the state power. And the political movement located in the state alone. Political movement related to the state, but social movement related to the autonomy of a group of solve of the social problems like that. They are less related to the power system, power politics, whereas political movement generally, basically related to the power politics. Social movements in the society, how we can influence in the political system. And when a social movement influence in the political system, it becomes political movement. According to them, the former does not strive for the state power. I have already said the social movement does not strive for state power, whereas political movement strive for the political power or the state power. Social power and political power in the contemporary world is to strive over reality and ignore the complexities of political processes. Politics is not located only in the political parties. The moments involving issues concerning the sense of justice or injustice have political implications. When we are talking about the social movement, generally social movement occurs for establishment of the justice or overthrowing the injustice. It is against the injustice. When we think about the establishment of justice or overthrowing the injustice, it becomes political automatically. It is because it is the duty of the state, it is the duty of the political system to establish equality, liberty, fraternity, and justice. These are essential for every society. The moments involving the issue concerning the sense of justice or injustice have political implications. Social movement involves any collective struggle aiming at bringing social transformations, questioning prevailing hegemony and dominance. So, social movement involves any collective struggle. It may relate to any struggle, but it should be collective. Aiming at bring social transformations, the purpose should be change the society, questioning prevailing the hegemony and dominance. But behind it, we must think that it want to change the nature of the society which is covered by hegemony and dominance. It must cover the concept of the property relations. It must related to the power relations. It should be the assertion of identity against the perceived adversaries and resisting dominance. A struggle for justice involving capturing or influencing political authority may or may not be the immediate agenda to capture the influencing political agenda. In the present context, the difference between social and political movement is merely semantic. When we are saying about the social and political movement, you should keep in mind a social movement is a movement which is related to any struggle against hegemony and dominance. Number one. Number two, any movement related to the property relations, any movement related to the power relations, any movement related to the question of identity, any moment related to the question of establishment of justice, or it is a struggle for justice. Every social movement may have two types of agenda. It may be immediate or it may be long-term agenda. The agenda of the social movement may be immediate and long-term. In present context, in the present scenario, in this present situations, there is no difference between social movement and political movement. It is semantic. According to your book, it is semantic. Semantic means it is a matter of language, like when we say a boy, as a kid, as a lad, like that. Just it is a matter of understanding, and there is no basic difference between social movement and political movement. It is because political system is essential for the all-round development of the society. And if we think about the all-round development of the society, no social issue is non-political. All the social issues are political issues. Then come to the types of the way, not types, it is the way or types of social movements. Extra constitutional or non-institutional part of the social movement. Extra constitutional or non-institutional part of social movement. Extra constitutional, keep in mind, and non-institutional. Now what is this? Social movements follow institutional as well as non-institutional part. It is the way, it is the means. It means a social movement may occur institutionally or uninstitutionally, organizedly or inorganizedly, legally or illegally, constitutionally or unconstitutionally. So come to the concept. The institutional may be called constitutional. So the institutional may be called constitutional and the non-institutional is considered as extra-constitutional or illegal part. What is this? The institutional social movement is constitutional, whereas non-institutional social movement or extra-constitutional social movement is illegal. Okay? Institutional action. Institutional action is that action which is legally permitted. Institutional actions is that action which is legally permitted and widely accepted as binding of the society or a part of the society at a given point of time, according to Johnson. Johnson defines that, or Johnson stated that if we think about the institutional social movement, it is legally permitted. Why? Because the basic aim of the political system is to fulfill the all-round development of the society. All-round development of society is the basic aim of the every political system. If we want it, then for any kind of exploitations, for any kind of inequality, for any kind of injustice, the people may come forward against it. But if they come through constitutional way, then it becomes institutional. If they will not come through the institutional way, constitutional way, then it will become extra constitutional way. Such actions include petitions, voting in elections, and fighting legal battles in the courts of law. So, institutional social movement based on the concept is this. What are these? The petitions, like voting in elections, fighting legal battles in the court of law. Like we can say, during the British colonial period, Mahatma Gandhi started the non-cooperation movement, Satyagraha movement against the British. And the Indian National Congress used the methods TP. What are those TP? Pray, petition, and protest. When we based on the pray, petition, and fight legally, this is the institutional social movement. If we are not in favor of legal fight, if we think that we will capture our right, we will gain our right, our status, our equality on the basis of forceful means, then it will become extra constitutional or in illegal activities. Extra constitutional part is also called direct action against the state government. Direct actions. We have no belief in the state. If we have a belief on the state, then it is constitutional. It is institutional. But if we think extra constitutional part, then it is a direct action against the state government, state and government. It is because the peoples who don't have the belief on the government, they take the direct actions in the name of revolution or movement. Then, according to Rajni Kothari is a famous Indian writer. What he stated, direct action can be defined as an extra constitutional political technique that takes a form of group action, is aimed at some political change detected against the government in power. So, the unconstitutional or extra constitutional or illegal activities against the government. It is directly against the government. It want to change the government. It want to violate the constitutional rules and regulations. A line between legal and illegal or constitutional and extra constitutional is very thin and problematic. It is a matter of interpretation of law and constitution. So when you say that something is legal, some social movements are legal, some social movements are illegal, then it is very problematic. Why problematic? Who justifies it? Who justifies it? When the state justify any social movement against the government may be illegal, and if it is justified by the social movement leaders, activists, they will say that this is our right. If we will not start movement, then our rights will be violated. We will be tortured. We will be exploited. So this is a legal fight. We are doing this legal fight so that the government should be keen interest towards our problems, towards our issues. So it is a very problematic issue. Which are the social movements are legal and which are the social movements are illegal. Those who are in authority or support the status quo can interpret a particular action as illegal, but those who strive for a social change may interpret the same action as legal. I have already discussed. For many, violent means is illegal, therefore not permitted. The term extra-constitutional can be matter of interpretation. Non-institutionalized collective action seeks several forms such as protest, agitation, strike, satyagraha, gherao, and riot, etc. So, how we can realize the non-institutional social movement on the basis of their nature of activities like protest, like agitations, strike, satyagraha, gherao, and riot. Importance of the social movements. Social movements are important or not. Many political philosophers and leaders regard the idea of the political system and social order. They plead for a necessity and sometimes inevitability of social movements, including a revolutionary movement, to oppose the present political regime and the system and to establish the system which may consider ideal and be perfect, capable to resolve the problems of the society. So importance of the social movements are important. Why? It is because social movements related to the social change. Social change may related to the positive development of the society. And if we expect a positive development of the society through a movement, then it is important. So present to from present to better future, if a social movement occurs, then it has a great importance. It is essential for changes in institutional mechanism to resolve the conflict that may arise. So social movements are essential. Why essential? When a political mechanism, political system, they neglect the social issues, political issues, or the rights of the peoples, or the demands of the peoples in a drastic way, then it is the way of the peoples to make the government to think about their needs and deeds, about the needs and deeds of the government. So social movement force the government to think about their duty, their responsibility, and their liabilities. Social movements not only redundant but also detrimental in the ideal social order. So what is redundant? It is means like dismissed, terminated, out of work, like this. Social movements not only redundant, it decrease, it come into end. Also detrimental. It is, what is the meaning of detrimental? It means it is harmful. It is comes slowly down and it is harmful in the ideal social order. Sometimes social movements cannot be accepted good. Sometimes it is good for upliftment, social upliftment, but sometimes it may be harmful for the society. If it harms the society, we can't accept the social movement as a best form. Then come to the next one. Components of the social movements. What are the components of the social movements? You can write the components of the social movement. Social movement have 5 main components. Social movements have 5 main components. What are those? Number 1, objectives. Number 2, ideology. Number 3, programs. Number 4, participation, leadership. Number 5, organizations. Again, I repeat, the 5 major main components of the social movement. Objective, number 1. Number 2, ideology. Number 3, programs. Number 4, leadership. And number 5, organizations. What is objective? Objectives is the aim. It is the goal of the social movement. This aim and goal may be immediate or long-term basis. It may be immediate on the basis of immediate solutions, immediate actions, or it may have a long-term actions. Ideology. What is ideology? Ideology is the set of ideas. Ideology is the set of ideas and ideals from ideology. Ideology directs the movement. It's a set of ideas who directs the movement, where to go, why to go, what to be achieved. Then come to the programs. Third one was the programs. What is the programs? Programs is the activities. Programs are the activities for mobilizing of peoples and to sustain their participations. The leader involved in different programs. Through programs, a social movement becomes success or fails. For success of the social movement, they must involve in activities. These activities must have importance in society, in politics, in culture, or in environment. When the programs will be important and when the programs will be realized by the people is good, then people will be mobilized in favor of it. Then come to the another component, it is the leadership. Who is the leader? Leadership is the guide. Leader is the guide who give the directions of his followers where to go and how to go. So leadership plays important role in articulation of ideology and evolving strategies for actions. Keep in mind, leadership plays important role. Leadership plays important role. Yes. Leadership plays important role in articulation of ideology and involving strategies for action. Organization. What is organization? Organization means a structure. Organization means a system. The organizations may be loose or well formed with centralized or decentralized decision making system. I have already said it is a system, but these systems may be in a loose nature or it may be in a tight nature. It may be based on the centralization ideology, it may be based on the decentralization ideology. What is the centralized? When the decision making process is concentrated in the hands of a center, in a one body, one person, one group, then that is the centralized ideology. What is the decentralized? When the decisions are taken in many parts, when the decision making center is various and the power is decentralized, power is divided from the top to bottom, then that is the decentralized tendency. So the social movements issues, the decisions, the project, the policy may be taken by centrally or may be taken by decentrally, by the in a centralization way or in a decentralization way. These five components, keep it in your mind. These five components, what are these? Leadership, organizations, ideology, objectives, and programs. Among these five components, leadership, organization, and also ideology do get changed in course of the movement. When the movement is going on, the leadership may be changed, the organizational structure may be changed, and also the ideology may be changed. Even in some cases, the objectives of the change and move in different directions than the earlier ones. The objectives may also be changed. All these five, objectives, ideology, programs, leaders, and organizations, all these may be changed in terms of time and situations. So we cannot say these the five components will be same always in a social movement. So for in a social movement, in course of the time it may be changed. Then till here we have understood, we understand the concept of the social movement. Now come to the summary. What we have learned. What we have learned. The term social movement evolved and began to be used during the early 19th century. The concept social movement developed in the world from the period of the 19th century. Secondly, It was a period of social unrest. Why social movement occurred? It is because the environment, the situation, the atmosphere, the conditions of the Europe in that period was under unrest. There was social unrest. So to eliminate, to overthrow, to solve the unrest situations, the social movement had occurred. All scholars who have studied social movement do emphasize collective action and mobilizations of the peoples. So what is social movement? Most of the political scientists, most of the social scientists, they believe that social movement is a collective action. It is mobilize the peoples to achieve some objectives. Social movement strive for social change. So social movement and social change has a good relationship. There is a close relationship between social movement and social change. Objectives, ideology, leadership, programs, and organizations are the 5 major components of the social movement. So we must keep in mind what are the most important components of the social movement. These are objectives, ideology, leadership, program, and organization. And lastly, they are the spirit of democracy and dynamics of the society. Social movements are the spirit of democracy. What is democracy? The by the people, for the people, of the peoples, or the people's rights. People, equality, liberty, fraternity, and justice. When we will able to achieve this goal without any problem, then we can say it is the success of democracy. And if we go in favor of this to establishment of equality, liberty, fraternity, and justice in the society, this is the spirit of democracy. And for this, social movement is essential. And it is the dynamics of the society. If we change the society for a better future, then social movements are essential. Then social movements are essential. So in here I want to conclude it, but keep it your mind. If the social movement is motivated by a political persons, by a politically unwell-mannered persons or selfish persons or a brutish persons, then the social movements may affect the society as a whole. If the objectives, aims, goals is not good, then a social movement may destroy a society. So for the better development of the society, social movements are essential. Only for better development of the society, only for eliminating the social ills, social evils of the society, social movements are essential. To change the rule of the political system for the better future of the people, social movements are essential. Social movements related to any kind of movements which is collectively organized, collectively entrepreneured by the peoples to solve the any social issue like class, caste, gender, education, health, etc. of the society. So here I am going to complete this lecture today. Due to some technical problem, the first part I have to repeat. As a result, I am going very speedily in the first 2 or 3 part of this topic. So don't mind about it. Now we can discuss about it. Any confusion in your mind? Now I am going to open the audio for you and you can ask me any questions related to this topic. Okay, you unmute your side and you can ask any questions, any doubt related to that topic. Arman, Junmani,
Yes, sir.
if you have any questions, you can ask me.
Yes, sir.
Any confusion? Arju,
স্যার
বুজি পাইছানে?
বুজি পাইছো স্যার
বুজি পাইছে, এইটো ক্লাছটো মই অলৰেডি কৰিছিলোঁৱে। কিন্তু তথাপিতো তোমালোকে যদি কিবা কাৰণত বুজি পোৱাত অসুবিধা হৈছে তেতিয়াহ'লে ক'ব পাৰা, ঠিক আছে? যদি অসুবিধা পাইছা এইখিনি ক'ব পাৰা। I am discussing with the students in Assamese language because all of the students belonging to this language. Okay, just I'm going to upload this video in YouTube. You can subscribe it, and I will give the link. I will give the link.
Okay, sir.